Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima, and I want to talk to you for a bit about Sackboy, A Big Adventure. This is an interesting release in that it was originally done by Media Molecule for the first two entries. There were some spin-offs on PSP and Vita, of course, but they were the one who did the main two entries. Then the third was passed on to Sumo Digital because Media Molecule wanted to work on their Dreams IP, which is now out, and is a good thing that they did because that game is amazing. But Little Big Planet 3 didn't turn out so well, so seeing that the Media Molecule had managed to make the whole creative side of things into its own thing, Sony must have went to Sumo, or Sumo went to Sony and said, hey, let's just do a bog standard platformer and just cut the creative stuff out entirely and just rely entirely on our creativity. And they were right to do so, because this game is great. So this is a 4-player co-op 3-dimensional platformer, but it plays a lot more like, say, Super Mario 3D World, only I find it has a bit more soul to it. So I didn't get the opportunity to try out the 4-player co-op because, well, I have no friends and I've only got one PlayStation 5 controller, so it's not like I could if I did anyway. But there are levels that require it in order to beat them, which is kind of annoying, but thankfully there is online support coming for this game, but it's going to come in a patch, so yeah, good luck trying to 100% complete this the week of release if you don't have friends, although by the time you see this video, it will probably be well past the launch week, because it took me a while to get my PS5 in, but anyway. Basic controls. You gotta jump, you gotta punch, you gotta roll, and you gotta head bash. But there's also a couple of other ways you can utilize it, like you can make the roll last for longer, which means you go faster, but it's harder to control. You can turn the jump into a dive via the roll, and you've also got a flutter jump at the very end, which you can use to get just that last couple of centimeters out of your jump, which means you get a fair amount of challenging platforming out of using that to go through the worlds as fast as possible. And thankfully, the levels themselves are actually really well designed. So, you have an absolute ton of level detail. There are tons of little individual objects going on in the background. There's tons of just lovely looking textures, plenty of effects going on. There are levels like, say, the one that has you on top of the train, which are just these really engaging roller coasters with tons coming in and lots to do. And it all runs really smoothly. But it's all helped out by the fact that every single level in the game introduces a new obstacle of some kind, whether it be a minor thing, like say platforms that fall out from under you, things you need to punch to spin around and move upwards, just other little things like that. Every single level without fail, so you've always got something new to do whenever you go into a new level. And there are plenty of different collectibles hidden off to the side. You've got your regular bubbles, which give you 10 points each. You've got your costume parts, which give you 200 points. You've got the big Imagisphere things, I don't remember what they're called, the blue ones that go up into your level total. They give you 250. And then you've got Knitted Night Trials, which give you more points. And you can also get 2x multipliers, which don't last for very long, so you need to go around and get as many of those bubbles as quickly as possible. And they are more than happy to hide them behind plenty of different kinds of challenges, whether secret or non-secret. And every single level is about the right length. So when you go into the activity cards for this game and you see this level can be completed in about 10 minutes, that's usually about right. Every single level in this game is less than 10 minutes long. And it usually works absolutely fine as a result. The concepts don't stick around too long to get annoying, while not being so short as to be unsatisfying. So, very good job on the level design done here, and those collectibles can be really hard to find, because the entirety of the challenge is getting through with your score intact, because every time you die, you lose 10% of your score. Plus, you need to find all your secrets to get the maximum amount of score possible, plus good, efficient use of the 2x multiplier. Thankfully, the game's not actually that difficult if you have a bit of trouble with it. You do have a lives counter in the top right, but the lives that you lose can be replenished very easily in the level, so it's not like you're going to be drowned. It's not like you're going to be starved for lives, I should say. But every time you die, every time you lose some more score. And of course, there are challenges to find every prize bubble, get through the level without dying even once, and that can be quite difficult. And again, you lose 10% of your score, which ends up being added up into medals that give you unlockables, so you do need to kind of be kind of careful about that. Still, It's got the challenge if you want it, but it's still relatively easy, at least enough that I imagine kids who are actually paying attention to the game to be able to get through just fine. There is one other trick that they pull though, which I feel the need to pull up. I can't actually show you any footage from the level because I'm willing to bet that I just immediately get copyright strike or something along those lines, because I tried uploading some of this footage to YouTube and it just immediately got claimed. But there are these levels in the game that resemble the levels in Rayman Legends, where the entirety of the level is set to a beat of a song, and the first song they picked out for this was a banger. So you remember how they picked out Black Betty in Rayman Legends? For this, they picked out Uptown Funk. And it works! It works really well. That I have played the first two well, so this is still first impressions, but the second one I did not recognize at all. I did not recognize the song, but it was still a fun level to go through anyway. I just thought it was kind of hilarious, and it actually fit the gameplay really well. So, yeah, it gave me a good laugh, and I had fun playing through the level as well. And there's plenty of boss fights too. I've played like 4 or 5 at this point, and they've got a decent amount of challenge. They've got some over-the-top boss designs, and they don't have any bullshit like if you die once you have to do it all over again. No, you get your lives and you can just jump straight back into where you left off. No health bar reset, no nothing. So it means that they're fun to fight, thankfully. And again, you still have score on these levels, so if you die, you're not getting that gold medal. Not to mention that there's plenty of level remixes outside of the regular levels as well. You get the Knitted Night trials, which are time trials, obviously, usually focused on one particular type of obstacle you need to avoid, sometimes 2 that work together. And there are also some speedrun levels outside of both of those that just kind of appear if you get a silver medal on like I think it's the second to last level of every world. And when you do that, you just, again, it's another timed run. You just got to go for it, pick up clocks along the way to drop your time and hope that you make it through fast enough. And the built-in leaderboards that Sony have included with the PlayStation 5 itself means that you can see how you did against everyone on the planet just by hitting and holding the PlayStation button. So, yeah, great for speedrunning if you enjoy that sort of thing. So, the game looks amazing, right? Because I'm playing this on 1080p, you're seeing this at 1080p. The footage that you're looking at right now is actually footage that was recorded using the PlayStation 5's built-in video recorder, which only records at 1080p. But this game is I'm gonna guess it's an 84K, being downsampled to 1080, and as a result, it looks crisp as hell. There are tons of little details in there that you can still see because of this resolution going on the inside versus the outside. And some of these details look amazing, not just in like the graphical style, like how you get different paper craft or water, and how it looks like he's just punching in a piece of paper when he's coming in the first cutscene, but you can even see right down to Sackboy's individual fluff, like little individual strings of fluff coming off him in the cutscenes. And it looks great. It's got that lovely kid-like atmosphere to it. They call it the Creator Sphere and not the Imagisphere like in Little Big Planet, but it's still definitely got that same sort of theming going on. So, yeah, it looks really nice. Everything's really well done. And I will point out, while the story itself is pretty basic stuff, it's helped out a lot by the voice talent. So, you've got a couple of, like, miscellaneous people off to the side, which are done alright, there's nothing particularly wrong with them. But the 2 standouts, I always get her name wrong in my head. It's Dawn French, not Dame French. I always think it's Dame French, but it's Dawn French, aka the Vicar of Dibley, and another guy who I'm not familiar with, Richard Grant, who are doing 2 of the voices. One for Dawn is a replacement for Stephen Fry in his narration, along with being like the general person to nudge you along into the quest in the story, and she's really well done. She does a good job. But Mr. Richard Grant doing Vex is amazing. I legitimately love this portrayal of this villain. Vex is charismatic, Vex is likable, and Vex is totally evil in that childish, cartoonish way that can't help but bring a smile to my face. I absolutely love watching his character at work, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of him if I can find some more time to get through this. And everything off to the side, outside of all the collectibles I mentioned and all that, the main thing you're going to be worrying about is outfits, because the end of level rewards, and things you can go buy in the shop are all clothing parts, and you can do entire outfits once you've unlocked all the original parts for them. So I have spent a lot of this gameplay footage running around as a tiger, which I love because it's adorable. I'm not entirely sold on the whole character customization thing the way this game does it, but you can mix and match all your individual parts. You've got plenty of parts to go buy and find in the levels, obviously, and they give you an absolute ton of the resource that you need to buy them, which is the collectibles, in which you can get them both in the levels, you get them as level rewards, you can even find them out in the map, and they even give you like bonus stages that you can go and play. They'll let you get plenty of them, so not only do you have plenty of money to go and get your preferred customization with, you're also spoiled for choice. So no argument from me. It's just a really well done system. So at the end of the day, I wholeheartedly recommend Sackboy: A Big Adventure. It's really well done. The gameplay is satisfying, it's difficult without being too over the top, it's pretty kid-friendly thanks to the fact that you don't have to rely too heavily on lives. It's got good enough controls to make it work, it looks great even at 1080p. The level design is really well done, the musical levels being another standout, as is like with Rayman Legends, for example. Tons of collectibles that'll take you a while to find, satisfying boss fights, and great presentation and specifically speech from two British characters in the form of the Vicar of Dibley and Richard Grant. So there's nothing not to like, as far as I can tell. I've only been talking for 10 minutes, so I'm going to shut up and let some more footage play out. Bye!
Getting on sorting those pesky Vex bugs. Have a banana. Bug me all right. Oi, Sackboy. Don't go bruising me nanas. They're stock and trade, imagination food. Export them all over Craft World.
Hello again, my intrepidatious sack friend. Made it all the way out to the jungle, eh? Remarkable, remarkable. So since I appear to be 20, my friend, I thought that was the end of Gerald for sure. Here, if you get hungry on your travels, have a munch on this. I tried roasting it, but I almost cracked a tooth. Document you later.
Doing great, Sackboy. Might even make you an honorary member of the Order of the Yellow Crescent-shaped fruit. Yeah? Look impressed?
Ah, there you are. Hope you're here to start some of these trials you've unlocked. I'm gonna have to start calling you Golden Boy. Actually, best not. jolly good show, as the knights of old used to say. Probably. Anyway, that was great.
he comes. Craft World's biggest spoil sport. Why are you trying to ruin everyone's fun? Just look how much fun they're having, working together for a new glorious future. And you want to take that away from your friends? Shame on you. So I'll just leave you with another taste of the uproar and how it bends all creatures to my will.
I'd be keeping an eye on you. And I have to say, I was right. You got tons of potential. Even Vex can see that. So, where do you think he's haunting now? Ah, the kingdom of Crablantis, deep beneath the waves. Don't let me stop you. Now, where are those monkeys? I could really go for a banana right now.
Oh, look who's trying to be a hero. You're a brave little sack thing. Yes, you are. It'd be a crushing disappointment if something happened to you. I can see it now. Meddling Sackboy buried alive. Vex to hold parade. Better hurry up, Sackers. We're almost done here. This is so moving. The brave sackling, determined to save his dull little friends. Hope you didn't think you'd find them up here. No, they're hard at work on my topsy-turver, far, far away. But go on, I'll let you have a peek. Ah, look at them, beavering away, having the time of their lives. But they're going to need some coolant before they can make it work. And nothing cools like crisp mountain air. like my new look?
I know it's crude, but I can't resist a nice... Ouch! It's not a bomb, it's a puppy.
Hold on to it for us.
Let's change things up. Oh, that's good. Who knew sack folk could cause so much trouble?
Not me.
Oops! Hope these don't cause an avalanche.
I'm tired of going this way. That's it. I'm done playing with you. Here, have a present. Let's see how... I'll strip this world to the bone, Sackboy! And there's nothing you can do about it.
No doubt about it now, Sackboy, my lad. You've got the right stuffing to be a knitted knight one day. This is just the start, though. Who knows what resources he's going to steal next? The colossal canopy, huh? Famous for its bananas. Good thinking. You better hurry up after him. Good luck out there. I'll be keeping an eye on you.